I missed out. I missed out. You know, GameStop went through the roof yesterday for a lot of you guys that know. We're going to get into it later, but I missed out. I had stocks a month ago, and I let them go. Let them go.
Yeah, but, you know, it's a
how the hell was I supposed to know?
It's a learn by mistakes game. That's what this game is if you want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I haven't stepped my foot in it yet.
Nah, get your feet wet, bro.
Nah, not yet.
Get your feet wet.
I know what I mean, I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. I think
Nobody knows.
I'm taking my steps to doing what I want to do. I'm looking at certain shit that I want to touch and but
I see a few things I'm gonna invest on, but my investments aren't for now. I think a lot of people try to play it now, and
most people that get into shit like this don't even know exactly what's going on, so it's hard to, you know what I mean?
To gauge it until you win. Once you win, it's quite simple. I think it's just the percentages and the symbols and the abbreviations kind of fuck with people.
People think that they own something when they buy $12 a stock. It's like, no, you inside that team that when they do decide to sell their shit or whatever percentage you put in it, you get back.
Well, it could work that way, or it could work the way it did yesterday, to where what you put in, you got 400 times over.
Yeah, because something could just...
A lot of things, boom. You have to be ahead of the curve. Like, think about years ago. You want to jump into this now, or think about 2010, bro. Think about what wasn't available or wasn't deemed essential, or like a top-notch brand or business or tech. Just 11 years ago, right? Uber, Amazon, Netflix. See what I'm saying? Shake Shack, shit like that just booms out of nowhere, but it's signs of it before it happens. You just have to be able to read the market. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the person that invested in Amazon in 2009, 2010, who seen the vision, was like, yo, let me throw $200 in here. That nigga $200 is what now? If the company is valued at 30, I don't even know what Amazon is worth, or valued at in the market, because I don't even look towards that. I'm not making no money there. You know what I'm saying? But if you were there before the boom, my nigga, it just made you.
Yeah, right now you got
just made you rich.
Their stock is at like $400.
Yeah, you're not getting nothing out of that unless you throw $1 million, and you know what I'm saying? And you gotta have money to make money from that now. But there's always new tech coming up. Always new
That's
tech.
why you know me, I'm always on new apps and shit, and I actually tested it out and shit, because I would like to invest into some type of tech apps that blow up, you know what I'm saying? So
We just have
I'm looking at Triller, but their shit went up a little bit. So
we just have one that just boomed, but it's not on the market, which is Clubhouse, or AKA Chatty House, as they call it. But that just boomed. But there's a few techs. I'm not gonna put it out there now because it's a 2 to 5 year window. You know what I'm saying? So when people ask me what's your 5-year plan for my stocks to boom, for the shit that I'm investing that I see is gonna take off, or to take off and do what it's doing, and I get my bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about getting in.
I look at tech companies and like medicine, like
and I mean, the most I tell people, right? If you're getting in now and you're just trying to invest in something, invest in gold. Invest in damn, I just drew a fucking blank. Invest in cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Because there's many different cannabis companies, and it's already, see, when people hear it's a $20 billion industry, they just thinking about cannabis alone. You're not thinking about the different businesses and companies that are distributing this to these dispensaries. You just thinking about weed, but who's the top guy? Where's it's at? Because it's not at its highest boom yet. But in the next year or two, it's gonna go. Shit, as soon as New York make it legal, what do you think gonna happen?
That shit goes into everything: weed, food, medicine,
everything,
treatment, therapy. It goes into all that.
But what they would
find your niche in that, and then be like, all right, this is what I'm doing.
Now I want to do this. Yeah, but what happened with that was, it started from Reddit chat rooms, and the people ran it up. That's all. The people took the market back, and a lot of people got rich yesterday, and now them hedge fund guys and the brokers, they losing money. So now with Robinhood, which is an investment app, they stop people from fucking investing in buying many stocks, not just GameStop, not just AMC. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy to me. That's the part that's crazy. And it shows that how, like we always say, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And it's how. Because as soon as the poor has a chance for a money grab, you're like, whoa. You can't do that. But you do it every fucking day. Look at what Wall Street has become. It's like Fort Knox, right? Can't even get close to the building. You can't even you can't do this. I ain't never do this to the Wall Street building. Because you can't. Why is that protected like it's the White House? Nah, that ain't where the bread is at. That's where all the criminals who make this shit fun and send the money here and send the money here, that's where they work. You gotta protect them. But soon as the people, but the people never got into the stock market at a high population, a high group, a high number of citizens. It's like, yo, you know what? Fuck selling drugs. Fuck doing it. Yo, let's invade the market. Let's do it together.
That's because you don't know about
Let's
it.
do it together. Because if 1 million people run up one stock, guess what happens? Stock booms. Black people are the biggest consumers in this country, right? If we start to pay attention to the stock market instead of the price of the J's and the Yeezys, we will own these stores. We will be distributing shit.
Well, maybe when you buy them, you buy a stock. Every time you buy a Jordan, you buy a stock in Jordan.
Or instead of buying,
like, you just go about it that way, like.
Instead of buying Jordans,
I'm not preaching something that I do because I haven't done it yet. But I'm just saying, like,
instead of buying Jordans, which is already high on the market, right? Why don't you run Saucony's or ponies? Because niggas are, I want to be fly. You want to be rich.
If everybody not going,
would you rather have the money to buy whatever, or take the sacrifice of wearing some fucking ponies or whatever, investing in this shit and running it up to where we all eat? That's the fucking problem, bro. But that's what the uppers created, so it causes division on all fronts. So you're not paying attention to what's real. It's sad, man. But I definitely, today, I made a little bit of money before they shut the shit down. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen some shit going up. I said, what? Today? I won't miss it today. But they shut the shit down.
Because if you could make money, and if you could sacrifice a little bit of bread right now for the next 20 years, and in 20 years you get something nice back, you know what I'm saying? That should be worth it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Shout out to everybody that do that type of shit and know exactly what they doing.
Shout out to Shice. Shout out to Josh, man. He kind of opened my eyes to invest and look into the market. He told me to read a book. I read the book. I never had my bro back because I just, I like to go hands on and learn myself. I get it. It's very simple. It's just harder to changing it to what you want it to be. so quick. You just gotta wait it out. Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got the money to play with, like other people got the money to play with, then you just gotta choose wisely.
And move right.
That's it.
It's like now, I'm definitely gonna invest in Bitcoin. Now that I understand it more and know what it is for. My investment in Bitcoin is not even gonna be for me.
Yeah, that shit is at like 400 and something right now.
It's at 400 something and it's valued at 32,000. So if you got a whole Bitcoin, you can sell it for 32,000. But just 10 years ago or 8 years ago, the shit was $300. So in the next
buy some stock for like $12 and it was valued at like 300. Yeah, that was.
And you buying the whole coin. You know what I'm saying? So the whole coin now, the whole coin now is 32,000. But you don't have to do that. I could put 25 and buy, a quarter of it and keep putting it in. I'm putting 50 of it because you got with Bitcoin before the takeover. You at max 9 to 10 years. After that, all them dollars you got in your bank account, in your shoebox, in your pocket, will be just as valuable as the MTA tokens were. Cryptocurrency is going to take this shit over. Not just here, but globally. Okay. Okay.
I know it's gonna be very.
You see what happened with the stock market?
I know it's gonna be very present.
Niggas broke the code, bro.
But I think cash is still gonna be around.
I didn't say it wasn't gonna be around. I got tokens. I got tokens.
I don't mean that. I mean it's still gonna be valuable. Because then it's gonna be a barter system with cash.
Okay.
You make it what you want it. Because people, like you said, people gonna make that shit a reality, that Bitcoin shit. Because if enough people got it, and then that's how you start purchasing shit and start, doing shit like that with it, then obviously it's gonna be a real thing.
What was the form of currency before dollars?
It was a barter system.
It was a what?
It was a barter
Trading.
system. Yeah.
Right? Everything. This was money.
I'm gonna give you this cow for that pig.
This was money.
And then I'm gonna give him these 3 pigs for
This was money. Right?
For those chickens and
so if you think, I just want to say this to you, if you think in that time when it was like that, and someone said, nah, one day we're gonna have dollar bills, it's gonna be $1, $5, $10, that one bill is gonna equal to $10. You're gonna have coins. What you think they would have said?
People would have been like, that's not going to happen. And then when it happens, when you make it a reality, then that's when it happens.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying to you. Where you're like, I don't know,
I think it's going to be present, but I don't think it's going to be king.
It ain't going to be no value.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Cash?
Mm-mm.
It's going to still have value.
Okay.
Old coins from the 1900s still got value.
Gold coins, yes, have value.
Silver coins.
This paper dollar that is nothing is not going to have no value, bro. Than what you see on a dollar. Fuck is a dollar if we're using cryptocurrency? Fuck is your physical dollar doing? You're gonna have to convert that, sir. You're gonna have to convert that dollar, that yen, or whatever, into Bitcoin because into lithium, into all this, because that's what we take. That's what we take. Just like we go to Chinese restaurant, you try to give them your card, what they say? Oh no debit, cash only.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. You pull out $100. Oh no, we don't take that. We don't take that. Because it has no more value. Once cryptocurrency goes into effect, that is the new currency, bro. That's the shit that's gonna be on the stock market because that's what people are using. It pushes that shit away.
I'll see. We'll see when that happens. But I mean, I'm like you said, been following that shit for like 10 years now. So see what happens with that. But yeah, that's where everything is at right now. How you can make money.
I mean, not everything, but there's a lot of money in there, man.
You can go
There's a lot of money in there.
Everything online right now to get that bread.
And it shows. It's not like how I was before, man. It shows you. It shows you. This is where it was at 6 months ago in 5 weeks, and zoom. Oh, look, it's going up gradually. You want to get in now, or you think it's going to hit its peak and it's going to drop?
And then with that type of shit, you gotta follow the money people. See what moves they making. You know what I'm saying? So you can be like, oh, word, this nigga like that. Let me just get a little bit, half of what he, 10% of what he get. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make it pop. So.
And look into tech shit.
That's like when Dre put beats on every sports athlete. Instead of going to buy beats, we should have went and bought stock in that shit when it was at a low price. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then when he sold it for the billions of dollars, we would have been eating. Because I'm pretty sure all those artists that said, "Yo, yeah, you gonna put that on my ears, but I want this much stock of it." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they get that bread too. But then all that shit falls under, like we saying, you either do your own educating on that, or you wait till. And when you wait,
that is the worst thing you could do.
You gonna it ain't no disrespect towards us because it's our own shit. We gonna look like us in the mid-30s trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because then you waiting.
When you missed out on multiple gravy trains because you was thinking and waiting too much. That's my thing. I didn't miss out on multiple gravy trains. I should not be at this point right now. But me overthinking and like, oh, I don't know, and instead of just taking the risk, I will be somewhere completely different.
Because we was on investing in music and shit like that. We was trying to build our own business.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
We wasn't talking about no stocks.
Well, I'm not talking about stocks because I can mention, just like I brought up here with Jay, Peso. When he called me and told me to pull up to the crib on Madison, I missed out on that, son. Because I couldn't see, I knew, no, it wasn't my fault because I wasn't in the place that I am now financially. So even though I see what was happening, what was going to happen, I couldn't put myself in that place because I didn't have the money. So I missed that train. I'm not into missing no more, bro.